To have the ability to see is what this Parshat is all about. The fact that we can improve our levels of consciousness to see things as they really are rather than what we think they may be. The illusion that has brought such chaos into our lives is here in this reading, the opportunity to capture an energy known as Re'eh. For we merely have to refer to the 72 names and we can immediately understand the significance of this Parsha. The power to see. Now we have a great deal of precepts. It speaks about the curses. It speaks about the blessings. And what is even a little stranger is that first verse says, and see, behold, I give before you bracha uklala, blessing and curse. First idea that should come to our minds now that we are students of Kabbalah is, does God curse? And the answer is, of course not. And the reason God can't curse is because it's not within the characteristic of an entity that knows nothing but sharing and has no desire to receive whatsoever, that we can conceive of that entity containing that characteristic of only sharing to also include within its character curse. When this section provides us with the blessings or with the curses, it is not implying that God, if you don't do this, that, and the other thing, that therefore he will now curse you, or if you follow all of the principles, you keep those commandments, you observe those precepts, that thou you will be blessed. No. What it means is essentially, and that's why it says see that I give before you blessing and curse. See, understand the laws and principles of this universe, and that's what Kabbalah is all about. Goes behind these wonderful fables and tales and stories of Torah. Goes into its deeper implication, providing us with the laws and principles of this universe. If we conform to the methodology, to the science of this universe, we then will afford the luxury of tapping into the life force of God, which then is inevitable in bringing us the things that we seek in life, in improving our lives. However, at the same time, are we to violate some of these laws and principles of the universe? If we do not conform to the exact methodology, exact technology that is precisely described in Torah, unfortunately, maybe through a fable, maybe through a story, maybe through a metaphor, and assume that that is the intent of Torah, then we have violated, as Torah says, as Kabbalah says, you have violated that initial request, that initial principle, and that is to see, to understand the methodologies, the technology of what makes up this universe. We cannot just arbitrarily choose to behave the way we want to. There are laws and principles. You want to behave any which way you want, that is freedom of choice. No one has a right to tell you that you can or should not. What each and every one of us can do is share information. That is the principle in Kabbalah. We do not stress the importance of doing or not doing, but rather, if you want to improve your life, if you want to enhance your presence in this planet, these are the principles. Whether you agree or don't agree is not even important. But from a Kabbalistic point of view, which is 4,000 years old in its written form, that if you observe these principles, then you can access into the life force of God. You will then have the ability to see between the lines. Or as we sometimes even express it, after hearing something so many times over and over and over again, you then say, I now see it. What do you mean you now see it? You've heard it now. Seeing is something that goes far and beyond that written word. So too in this section, the words of Torah, punishment, crime, violation, reward, those are all terms that require us to delve deeper, to see what the true implication of all of these terms are all about. Shabbat Shalom to all of you.